Welcome back, guys. We are continuing on with this hardest challenge yet, where we're using only female drivers, and we are at the Miami Grand Prix next. We've had a fantastic qualifying with Ramirez and an absolute shocker with Maskell. So we're in 1st and 14th. So let's have a look at the race strategies. So I can start on the hard and then either move on to the medium or not push the tyre quite so hard and move on to the soft. So let's just leave it at that. I think I'm probably going to do the same thing with Maskell. Right, let's see how we get on.
57 laps await up. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
So it's a good start by Ramirez. Unfortunately, both the Red Bulls are in 2nd and 3rd, which is not exactly ideal. Fingers crossed, Maskell will actually be able to complete a race without making a driver error. You never know. Unfortunately, Maskell has dropped down 2 places, but she is on the hard tyres. So I'm not breaking free of Leclerc at the moment. Surprisingly, we didn't use that much battery. We only used 17% on a full lap. That's interesting.
Now the Alpha Tauri's been involved in an incident.
Well, looks like Porsche has had a crash, so we may as well check it out.
Now the Alpha Tauri involved here. There's clear contact there. Well, they may have been keen to leave their mark, but I think that was a little too literal, don't you?
Well, that's probably done a bit of damage to Porsche, so we are likely going to finish above them with Maskell.
DRS enabled. Currently P1.
Interesting, we used a lot more battery in that lap. No idea why we only used 17% on the first lap, and on the last lap we used 50%. It's a bit strange. Right, it'll be interesting to see what happens now that we've run out of battery and DRS is active. Okay, so we've lost the position to Leclerc. I'm tempted to try and get back the fuel, but for the time being I think I'll just try it on balanced first rather than conserve. Maskell has to stay on pushing because she's dropped out of DRS of Russell. So there's a safety car. Looks like it was Ocon.
Just looking here,
So
Ocon's part of
that's going to replenish our fuel and battery. It's obviously going to do the same for everybody else, but that's good enough for me. Loads of people came into the pit then.
Stay close to the dot as you can.
I'm rather surprised about that. They've obviously decided to go on to a two-stop. They were probably going to do a one-stop. Or they might have always had two-stop in mind. But that's fine by me. I'm happy to just do a one-stop. I don't really see the point in changing the tyres after only 5 laps. So it's definitely helped out Maskell. She's up into 4th now.
So the safety car will be in this lap.
So there's a handful of drivers that didn't pit. Verstappen, Sargent, Gasly, and I can't think who Hoare is. Let's have a look, see if we can find out. Dennis Horger.
No overtaking before the start finish line.
So I'm just going to use all the battery just to try and prevent anybody from overtaking us. Maskell's potentially still going to lose positions, but we're going to push as hard as we can. I think I'm just going to advance time. So yeah, Maskell is dropping back, but we're pushing as hard as we can, so nothing we can do about that. So we've actually broken clear of Verstappen, surprisingly. And Maskell hasn't been overtaken. She's caught up to Sargent and she might actually overtake him. She's right behind him. So she's got the overtake done, but it's right before the DRS, unfortunately. So it's not a good time to get the overtake because she's just going to get re-overtaken. Or most likely anyway. Well, she's held on to the position so far. She really needs to get onto the back of Verstappen though. She's held on to it again. Pretty impressive. Okay, it's looking like she's getting onto the back of Verstappen. Very well done. Let's hope she doesn't crash. Looks like she's even broke the DRS cycle with Sargent as well, amazingly. Well, Maskell's doing well. Didn't quite get the pass complete, but still driving well. So I could attempt to build up the battery with Maskell, but it's a bit of a risk. I think I'll do it if I overtake Verstappen. I didn't particularly want to overtake Verstappen before the DRS, but still pretty impressive. Yeah, unfortunately he's right by the side of me, and he's got the DRS, so he's going to fly past me here. Yeah, we're looking good. I don't think I'm going to bother harvesting the battery. could harvest it, because we're going to get DRS twice. And we've opened up a 2.2 second gap over Sargent. It's a bit of a risk though around here. Don't want to risk falling out of DRS. Okay, we're in DRS. May as well harvest. Well, Ramirez has pulled out a whopping 7-second lead. That's amazing. Got the battery up to 56%. So I didn't particularly want to overtake, but it is what it is. Oh, interesting. We got the DRS. Ah, the DRS activation is actually round the corner on the straight. I thought it was before the straight. Well, we got the battery up to 87%, so a couple more corners, we can stop harvesting. I'm going to stop pushing on the fuel with Ramirez.
Start the lifting post now.
I could stop pushing on the tyres as well. Might be worthwhile.
Okay, back off.
battery is full. Gonna see if I can conserve some fuel. I think I'm just gonna drop the aggression on the tyre down one as well. So Sargent is fairly close behind Verstappen, so I'm a little bit concerned. Sorry, I just had to check that I was actually recording. I wasn't sure if I'd set it recording or not. Okay, so I'm happy to sit behind Verstappen as long as we don't lose DRS. And the main thing is, as well, is I don't want Sargent to get within our DRS, so if it looks like Sargent starts closing in on us, then I'm going to start pushing a little bit harder. So it looks like she's just starting to struggle now, so I'm just going to push a bit, see if I can get back on the back of Verstappen. Right, let's see if we can sit here as we are. Got a nice 3.3 second lead over Sargent, so it's one less thing that I need to worry about.
Okay, tyre temp is good.
Okay, it's still looking good. I'm gonna see if I can drop down the tyre usage just one more notch. Yep, still doing good. So I wonder when Verstappen is going to be pitting. He's actually got better conditioned tyres than us, even though he's on the mediums, because we've been pushing quite hard on these hards. And Maskell hasn't got the best tyre usage. It would be nice to build up a bit of fuel. I think I might just try it for a few corners. If it looks okay, then I'll leave it on. Yeah, we're looking alright. We are looking alright. Right, so we're going to need to pit fairly soon. We might be able to get 4 more laps out of these tyres though.
The window is open.
Okay, I'm going to risk increasing the speed just slightly. We need to make sure we do not fall out of DRS. It's looking good. Yeah, everything's looking fine. Unfortunately, Verstappen got the DRS there, but I don't think it's a big deal. Right, she's just dropped out of DRS just before the detection zone, unfortunately. So let's just give her a little bit of battery, see if we can get back in. Okay, that's looking good. Right, I think I might only do one more lap. She's fallen out again. Right, I am going to do one more lap actually. See if we can just get back into DRS. And then at the end of this lap, we'll be going on to mediums. We're going to have a little bit of tyre to spare, so not quite going to be able to fully push on aggressive, but it's not going to be far off. She didn't quite manage to get the DRS for this straight, which is a shame. But that'll do. Okay, so Ramirez, she's going to be going for about 3, maybe 4 more laps. Maskell is coming out in 13th. She's got some space in front of her, so she needs to close that gap. Unfortunately, she's fighting with Gasly, but she should overtake him here. Shouldn't be an issue. So Gasly is managing to stick with us, so he might threaten us a bit on this lap. But Maskell's done a good job at closing the distance to the cars in front. Well, the problem is there's a train of 3, so it's going to be difficult to overtake. Hopefully they start to pit. Well, none of the train of 3 pitted, unfortunately, so we're going to have a little bit of a rough time overtaking these 3 cars. Might even tell her to attack on the tyres. And the battery. Hopefully she can get something done on this straight. Ooh, that's tense. Didn't quite manage to get it done. So I'm going to do one more lap with Ramirez after this one. And then we'll be pitting onto the mediums. And then she's going to have a fair amount of time. So yeah, she can push full on the mediums. That's nice. Did I actually? Yeah, I did. Pitting next lap, yeah. It's looking like we're getting one overtake done here with Maskell. See if she can get another on the straight. That was very nicely done. And she's on the back of Piastri, so I don't really need to push the tyres anymore. So she should be able to make the pass quite easily on this DRS straight. I don't think I'm going to need to tell her to push the tyres. Let's see how she gets on. Ramirez is in the pits. Hopefully she gets a decent pit stop. Lovely overtake. Nice pit stop for Ramirez.
The exit should be clear.
Okay, looking good. So we can push on the tyres and
Let's
on the
go
fuel
push.
with Ramirez.
Let's reduce lifting case.
That was a perfect time to catch up to the back marker. It's given us the DRS. Okay, I think we can advance the time a little bit. We've got Ramirez coming up to Lawson. There is potentially a gap in front of Lawson. It's going to be a bit hit or miss. But it's looking like a perfect gap. Okay, perfect. So we should be able to get a nice overtake here and then get right on the back of Joe. That is perfect. Nice overtake. Right, looking good. So let's advance the time. Wait until either Ramirez catches Leclerc or Maskell catches Lawson. So it looks like Ramirez has caught Leclerc first. Now, there's a chance Leclerc's going to try and get to the end of the race. But he's got 17 laps, so no, it's not possible. He's got to pit. There's no way he can push them hards another 17 laps, surely. Unfortunately, Maskell's having a bit of trouble with Sargent, but I think Maskell's got the DRS. Yep, she did. Ace. So I'm pretty sure Sargent has pitted. He has. So that is who we're racing, basically. Sargent, Verstappen and Tsunoda. Verstappen's 3 seconds behind Sargent, so at the moment it's between Maskell and Sargent, but Verstappen's likely going to catch up. So we've got onto the back of Lawson, that's good. Not really sure whether it was a good thing that we overtook Lawson straight away, but at least Sargent didn't follow us through. Well, we actually got the DRS on Joe, so that was perfect. Ramirez has built up quite a bit of a lead over Leclerc, so I'm going to stop pushing on the fuel.
Increase lifting coast.
Unfortunately, Sargent is going to get the DRS off us. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't. We didn't quite get the overtake done. We should get it done on the main straight. That's nice. Hopefully Sargent doesn't follow us through. So Verstappen has managed to get himself onto the back of Sargent. We've broken DRS with Joe. Hopefully we'll be able to maintain a nice lead over Sargent. So this is looking good. We are burning through the fuel, but I want to see if I can stay out of DRS range of Sargent and try and catch onto the back of Leclerc. Leclerc is 5 seconds ahead of us though, so it's pretty unlikely. And I'm pretty damn certain he's going to be pitting fairly soon.
There's a yellow flag now.
Well, Sargent managed to find himself on the back of me using the DRS from Joe. That's a bit of an issue. So I don't think there's any point in pushing the fuel any longer, so I'm going to conserve. We need to get the fuel under control, and then ideally we could do with building up a battery as well. So I'm perfectly happy if I lose a place to Sargent. I just really don't want to lose a place to Verstappen as well, because things can get quite difficult if we lose a place to Verstappen. So that's Sargent coming through, that's fine. But Verstappen is only half a second behind us. That is the big worry. Right, I think that worked out perfectly. I think we're going to get the DRS. Apparently not. So the line on the road clearly wasn't the DRS line. So I think I'm going to stop conserving the fuel, because Verstappen is right behind me. Well, that's a bit of a dive bomb. Let's see what happens on the main straight. Yeah, we've been overtaken by Verstappen, but there wasn't really much we could do about that. We were going as fast as we possibly could, really. We haven't got any tyre to spare. The fuel is in a pretty precarious position. So I think I might just have to settle for 4th place with Maskell, which is a damn good position to finish in, so if I can finish in 4th, I'd be happy with that. Especially if Ramirez finishes 1st, which it looks like she's going to do. Unfortunately, it's looking like we're going to drop outside of DRS here. Yeah. Oh, it's tight that was. We might have got it. Let's have a look. Yeah, we just about got it. Right on the threshold. But we're probably not going to get it for the rest of the race now. So we just got to hope that Stroll doesn't catch us up. It's going to be close. So yeah, we're 2.5 seconds behind Sargent now, so not much we can do. May as well just advance some time, hope that Stroll doesn't catch up. Red flag. Is that Verstappen? Right, well, red flag's a bit awkward because we did have a 22-second lead with Ramirez, but we're going to be putting some softs on, so we should be okay. And if it was Verstappen that caused the red flag, then yeah, it was. So that's good for us in terms of the Constructors' Championship. That did not look like a red flag. Okay, fair enough. Okay, let's see how we get on.
A sense of deja vu here as the drivers once again face the countdown. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Okay, reduced lift and coast.
Well, Ramirez didn't have a very good start and has dropped a position, but we should be able to get it back fairly easily. We've got 7 laps remaining, so we've got plenty of time to get the overtake done. Maskell's looking like she might break the DRS with Tsunoda. That'd be good. if she could. It's a great overtake by Ramirez. So Ramirez has managed to break the DRS with Sargent, which is going to make it a lot easier for Maskell to pass. So what we really want is to get the pass with Maskell and then slow down with Ramirez to give the toe to Maskell. That's the ideal scenario. So let's start slowing Ramirez down.
Let's get the pack under control.
Hopefully Maskell can stay in front. It's very, very close through here. Very close. Yeah, Sargent's looking like he's not going to let me break free. Alright, let's see what happens on this main straight now. Well, it looks like we've broke the DRS cycle. Fantastic. Nice driving, Maskell.
We think you can reduce lift and coast. Go push. So 3 laps to go.
Well, this is looking like it might turn out to be the perfect race. We might be able to get a 1-2, and Verstappen's out, and Leclerc is in 8th. So we could end up picking up, and we've got the fastest lap as well. So we could end up picking up, what's that, 25, 19, 44 points. And Leclerc's going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could get 40 points in the Constructors' Championship here. Net gain over the Red Bulls.
So that's 2 laps to go.
Right, as long as they don't crash. As long as they don't crash, we are in for a winner. Brilliant. Right, let's just put everything on standard. I don't want her trying to overtake, basically. Yeah, this is looking absolutely perfect. Well, I'm just holding my breath now, hoping that they don't crash on this last 3 corners. It's looking good. Well, that was absolutely perfect. Could play that race 1,000 times and not get a result
Now
as good as
that's
that.
a really fantastic result.
She gained 12 positions. That's amazing. Obviously, it was mainly down to the safety car and then the red flag. So we were definitely helped out a lot there. But that was fantastic. Ramirez has extended her lead. She's now 44 points up in the drivers. And we've gained 40 points and we're only 15 points behind in the constructors now. So we've got a real chance here. It's still going to be difficult because obviously Maskell is incredibly inconsistent. But we have a chance. Right, that was Miami. Hope you enjoyed it. Join me again in the next one where we'll be at the Emilia Romagna. Cheers for watching, take care, I shall see you soon.